Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Kachodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and taste that I come doing this work, and to the sincerity and the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm gonna do this lesson. Okay, going into this election that's coming quickly around the corner. Okay, to be here, Tuesday. All right. And these people are not, prepared for what's going on. They just worried about voting. All right, but it's going to be major implications. All right, on this election. And we know that the elite, they like to do things every 4 years. All right, because around this time, 4 years ago, you had the impact of the Crown Royale, took place. All right, and now we are 4 years later. Okay. And after the Crown Royale died down, a lot of other things, died down. So the people are right back, to that slumber state. They right back to that trying to make it in America and trying to restore hope and faith. Okay, in America, man. Okay, and it's time for the Most High to put, judgment on you people, man, or you people that are stuck in your sleep. Okay. But hey man, you people still been getting judged. All right, all these weather events, these hurricanes, all right, these deaths. Jake going absolutely ape shit in the streets, killing a brother for I'm talking about Jake is man, you niggas that be cutting for Jake, man. That cut for the 2/3 and try to act like that these Jakes are just innocent and shit. No, man, these Jakes are not innocent. That's why the scriptures say that there's a 2/3 that's gonna be cut off, man. Okay, that's the majority of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's gonna be put to death, here in America, man, in Babylon. Okay, so that's the majority of you. All right, you are into folly and wickedness, man, and the Most High is gonna pay you back for your wickedness. I'm talking about you go through Twitter. All right, and that's where all the wickedness at. If you want to see what the fuck Jake be doing, you gotta be on Twitter, okay? Because that's what Jake got. Jake feel like they invincible when they posting all they bullshit, on Twitter, man. Okay, and it's a lot of it, man. Okay, it's a lot. Esau go crazy on Twitter with his damn hatred of Jake, and Jake go crazy on Twitter with their hatred of Jake. It's ridiculous, man. Okay, and America's on fire, man. It ain't literally on fire yet, but this place is on fire. It's a slow burn right now. That's why these people are breaking their necks to get to the damn polls, man. All right, thinking that something's gonna fucking change. All right, because either way, whoever gets in, man, is gonna fulfill prophecy, man. Okay, and Donald Trump very well might get in. There might be some controversy. Whatever happens. Because we know that these EU nations, man, they do not, all right, that beast, okay, they do not like Donald T, okay, and that's a big part of prophecy. I mean, we're not making this stuff up. This is what the articles that are being posted, you know, and the apostles and elders have been bringing this out for the longest, all right, breaking down the scriptures, man, breaking down the understanding, all right, and making the prophecy, all right, plain. Okay, the beast shall hate the whore. And what do you have here? EU bracing for possible Trump win. You know, so they gotta brace for it. They gotta prepare themselves for the and now, how do you say it? When a president comes in, the indoctrination, not the indoctrination, but when they swear him in and shit, they got to prepare themselves for that, okay? Because that's why you had Vladimir Putin, him doing a little meddling, talking about he would love to see Kamala, be made president, that she got a infectious laugh, nigga trolling, man. Because when they see, Kamala being put, on that pedestal and made to be a president, they sense that they can run roughshod, right over America. I mean, these are men in power and their leadership. How many women, you think Vladimir Putin been with, man? Well, man, they not pussified over there like in America, man. So he see a woman like Kamala, she already like Edomites. The bitch already got a reputation for being a whore. So hey, man, in his mind, he can game her, man. Okay, he can game her ass, and that's what all men think. When they think about women and power and leadership, and just in general. Either they can use their charm on her, or they can just roughshod her, man. You know, only in America do you got to be everything's nice and how they say it nice and sugar and spice, and you got to be nice to them and all this bullshit, man. But the rest of the world, they don't see it in that manner, man. Okay. It said a bloc is seeking to Trump-proof its security and trade and hedge against the Republicans' potential return to the office, man. Because Trump also fucked up a lot of those EU nations by putting all them tariffs and shit, on Russia and China. Okay, specifically Russia, because these EU nations they do a lot of business with Russia. Russia is really considered their neighbor. You know, versus America is all the way on the other side of the world. You know, so as much shit as they talk about Russia and this and that, what's going on in Ukraine, um, it's like you still got these European nations, purchasing Russian oil, you know, and Russian goods and Chinese goods, so that those tariffs really fuck things up. Those tariffs even fucked up the U.S. economy, but they're not gonna tell you that. The repercussions of it that even fucked up the U.S. All right, created all kind of supply chain issues and shit. You know, so as much as they say Trump is good for business, he's actually bad for business. He creates a bunch of controversy. All right, he don't allow the money to just flow. You know, it says the EU is readying itself for the potential return to power of former U.S. President Donald Trump. The Washington Post reported on Saturday after speaking with over a dozen European politicians, diplomats, and policymakers. It said the interviewers indicated the bloc had been seeking to lower its dependence and reliance on the U.S. no matter who gets elected, with policymakers expressing more confidence given that they've already experienced one Trump term. The Daily noted still various contingency plans have been formulated to deal with the situation should the Republican hopeful beat his Democratic rival VP Kamala Harris. One minute. Joel Osteen on TV lying like a motherfucker. Yeah, so the as the article says, the interviews indicated the bloc has been seeking to lower its dependence and reliance on the U.S. no matter who gets elected. Okay, so the EU, regardless of who gets elected, is already making a separation, okay, from Babylon, man, from the whore. Okay, it says its dependence and reliance on the U.S. no matter who gets elected. Okay, so that the things that Trump said, all right, that scared the shit out of these EU nations. Okay, making them fork it up. All right, making them pay and invest themselves in militarizing, their nation. All right, putting more money putting more money in the basket than they used to. All right, which that ain't the purpose of these EU nations. Okay, they didn't build up America to have to come back. Well, they didn't build up America and give America this world police tag and the authority in the planet Earth for it to come back and say, "Oh, you got to pay up." Hell no, that ain't part of the deal. Okay, and so that's why they building up this hatred for Babylon, man, through the use of this pompous devil right here, Donald T. Man, nigga go to the EU, NATO meetings and be throwing niggas around. I wish I had that clip pulled up, nigga going there. And nigga pushed the nigga to the side. Trump moved the nigga to the side, man, and fixed his jacket and pulled his tie down. Man, this nigga's proud as hell. You think Kamala gonna do that? No, man. She gonna walk in there giggling and get behind everybody in the damn picture. Okay? And stay out the way. And say, given that they've already experienced one Trump term, the Daily noted still various contingency plans have been formulated to deal with the situation should the Republican hopeful beat his Democratic rival VP Kamala Harris. It says one thing is clear: we're not sitting here like a rabbit caught in headlights. Regardless of who wins the U.S. election, the focus of U.S. attention in the future will increasingly be on the Indo-Pacific. Europeans will have to do even more for their security. German Defense Ministry spokesman Michael Stempel told the newspaper. The EU has been exploring options to Trump-proof its security, as during his first time in office, he repeatedly pressed NATO allies there to contribute more to collective security and even threatened to exit the U.S. Led bloc altogether, leaving Europeans on their own. Okay, so hey, after that, they took them words very seriously. Okay, very, very seriously. All right, because the U.S. contributes trillions of dollars, to the beast system, man. Okay, it says while such an attitude has been primarily associated only with the ex-president, it is expected to continue with other figures in the White House, regardless. It is a fact that Joe Biden is probably the last president who was truly transatlantic in the traditional sense in terms of his character and career. Deputy Chief of Germany's Parliamentary Committee for Affairs, Thomas Ernst, has said that is why Europe must take on more responsibility, especially when it comes to security. Okay, so it said the bloc has also prepared is also the bloc has also been preparing itself for a potential new trade war with Trump. Last time he was in office, he imposed harsh steel and aluminum tariffs on the European Union and during his election campaign has repeatedly pledged to go even further. So this nigga that put tariffs even on, European Union nations, man. Nigga going against the code. Okay? Taxing fellow Edomites. You know? So yeah, they're not going for that. And then he did that for the steel and aluminum because he was saying he was telling the American people we need to go back to producing our own steel and aluminum and all these other metals, that we purchase from overseas that they need to be built and made, here in a great USA. But them days are over with. Okay, these billion-dollar companies don't want to pay these American workers. All right, they don't want to give them the benefits. All right, they'd rather take that shit over there in India and China and buy all that shit that's over there. That's from there. Okay, and you Edomites are the ones that before you get to blaming everybody, blaming the immigrants, blaming um the little hats, which they got all to do with it as well. But your top level Edomites in these businesses, they're the ones that sold you out, man. Here it is. When they had the American companies, they might have been making such and such, amount of money. You know, they might have made 100 million a year, for the company with their regular American workers. But what did them greedy bastards, go and do? They said, man, fuck this. We could outsource this shit. We could outsource this to Mexico, which wouldn't even have been as bad, if you made Mexico your neighbor, your partner. All right, but then you went, but you couldn't do that with Issachar. You couldn't build up Issachar like you built up China and India. How you built their economies, which the Most High wouldn't allow you to do that. You know, because all the Jake nations have to suffer, man, because we are under the curses. Okay, so you took your ass over there to China first. First, you went to China, Taiwan, Vietnam. You took your ass over there and used these other companies, all right, which was a whole lot cheaper, and you laid off all your American workers, man. All right, and through that work, you you made the American economy worse, okay, and you weakened the dollar, all right, because you sent American dollars, all right, to those other nations, man. Okay, you didn't keep the money in house, all right, and keep the strength of the dollar. All right. So who's truly to blame for the U.S. economy and the downfall of America? It's the elites. All right. All these higher ups. Okay. Because the American people are suffering, no doubt. All right. But the rich of America, the investors, the bankers. All right. These company owners. They're not doing bad, man. They doing great. Okay. They are doing awesome, even with the inflation. Okay, because they're not dummies. They don't sit on U.S. dollars. All right, they sit on precious metals. Okay, it's Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Okay, so the beast shall hate the whore, man. Okay, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay, so not only are they gonna try to protect themselves, they gonna come in and shoot missiles themselves, man, on America. These nations, man. Okay, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, man. Okay, Germany, France. Okay, Spain. Okay, Germania Major, Germania Minor. Okay, England. All right, Greece. All these nations are gonna make war. All right, with the whore, man, which is America. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's prophesied to happen, and you can see it popping right out of the pages. All right, Revelation, man. But that's all I had. I pray that this lesson's edifying and shalom.